Buenos días and bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to become a member of our center, or if you would like to join us during these live Zoom meetings, please contact me for further information. I would be happy to send you the Zoom link. Today is Sunday, August 29th, 2021. And we are continuing with our annual theme, which is Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. And the topic for this month of August has been a pause for guidance. And the topic for this week is Rise and Reemerge. And how fitting today, after the devastating landing of Hurricane Nora here in Puerto Vallarta. Although in my neighborhood, it looks just like an ordinary day. However, there is devastation on either side of me for all of those that have been affected, and also for those that are being affected currently by the rest of Nora's path and those in the path of Hurricane Ida in the Atlantic and the Gulf Coast. So as we do each week, let's start with a spiritual practice called Affirmative Prayer, also known as Spiritual Mind Treatment. This is a powerful tool and a practical tool that helps to shift our consciousness so that we are open and available to accept the good that is already present in our life. It aligns our thoughts. So let's move into today's service with intention, as we do each week, with a reading from the Creative Thought magazine. Today, I'll be reading from August 30th, 2014. Just a reminder, once again, that spiritual mind treatment is always done in the first person. So I invite you to close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. I live in a state of becoming more. The ever-inspiring presence of God is living, moving, and having its being within me. I am becoming more of the presence and power of God, and through this realization, my consciousness shifts to resonate with the divine. All that spirit is, I am. My source of life, called the Great Spirit, creates for me right now, in this moment, a greater awareness of the presence. Today, I live, move, and have my being within the nature of God. Knowing that all is well, I continue to remind myself that I am aligned with a spiritual power that is always creating more good in my life in all areas. I realize greater health, wealth, creativity, and harmonious relationships. Today, I create a shift in my conscious awareness, and this shift takes me out of any appearances of doubt, fear, or confusion. I have the power of clarity that reflects through me as right action and right knowing. I am connected to the divine in a way that shapes and focuses my consciousness for good and yet greater good. Today, I give myself permission to live from a place of love. This love creates for me the ability to live with greater freedom and ease. As I place my loving attention on becoming more of who I am begins to know more in every area. All is well. Knowing this and grateful for it, I release it, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend Loretta Brooks from New York, New York. And so as we do at the beginning of each week, let's review together our purpose, vision, and mission statements. These will come up on our screen in just one moment. So we have a grand purpose, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. And we do this by means of our vision, which is to educate and support each other so we can create the life we desire that works for us right now. And this is supported by our mission, which is to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And at this time, I would like to once again welcome everyone. Please know that whichever path you are on, we honor you, as we honor all faith traditions. No matter who you are, where you've been, know that you are welcome every time here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. Here we teach a philosophy called the Science of Mind. And it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom. And we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And like I mentioned, we honor diversity in all aspects so that we can see and appreciate the great oneness that already exists everywhere and within everyone. Dr. Ernest Holmes studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to come up with the Science of Mind teaching. And when asked to provide a concise definition of this teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of the laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. And each week we offer a service with an inspirational message. And in the past, this has been done in a downtown Puerto Vallarta restaurant, but we are still required to wear masks while outside the home. And now with the devastation of the area due to the swelling of the river and the damage caused by the tropical storm and hurricane, I will continue to invite you into my home via Zoom. Mi casa es su casa. Hopefully soon we'll be able to get back together in person and enjoy some home-style Mexican cooking, as well as some conversation afterwards. And as you know, we have now been meeting on Sunday mornings, and this will continue once we meet again in person. Updated information will be on our website and our Facebook page, and I'll also give you some warning ahead of time here in the previous weeks or in the prior weeks. So if you have any questions or comments, please post them here wherever it is you are watching this, or send me an email and I'll be sure to respond. This week, our evolutionary vision from the Centers for Spiritual Living Global Vision is this. We see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively, we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. And our timeless wisdom from our Science of Mind principles, core concepts and values for this week is self-awareness. It is the practice that illuminates our alignment with each of the Science of Mind principles. It is the practice of being conscious of one's motivations, internal dialogue, and hidden beliefs. It is a willingness to observe and take responsibility for one's internal and external choices. Self-awareness is the foundation for conscious choice. This month of August, we've been invited to pause for guidance, rest, rejuvenate, and prepare for the next leg on our journey. We welcome joy, innovation, authenticity, vulnerability, and the opportunity to evolve our thinking. The invitation this week is to rise and re-emerge through restoration, integration, self-care, and evolution. In the book, How to Change Your Life, Ernest Holmes said this: "We rise and re-emerge by recognizing that the first step for you to take involves becoming aware that you already have the God qualities you wish to cultivate and experience in everyday life. You already have what you want." Have you ever sat down with a child and listened, really listened to their stories? They can be very curious and imaginative. Have you been around a young child that seems they're always asking questions? What's that? What's that? What's that? And the why? They seek answers to everything and question everything you say. Why is this so important to them? Because it's simply how we learn. They watch us, mimic us, and want to explore all they can. They rely on what they have already experienced in life, yet they want to know and learn more. And it is our responsibility to provide a safe and supervised environment for them to express their curiosity in productive and healthy ways. Once a child has learned something new, they will want to share this new experience with anyone and everyone. Let them ask more questions, inviting them to deduce possible answers on their own. This is part of the learning process. Let them be inquisitive and curious as part of their intellectual and emotional growth. It's equally important to allow them time for unstructured play to encourage their imagination. Babies are born eager to learn. We are literally the doorway into their world of love and learning. The more curious they are, the faster they will learn. And this will become more valuable as they grow and mature into adulthood. Curiosity helps us become better problem solvers, overcome our fears, develop empathy, and it makes us more knowledgeable and leads us to community. And it makes us more self-aware. In the August 2019 Science of Mind magazine, Ernest Holmes was quoted as saying this: "There is something within you that sings the song of eternity. Listen to it." And I think part of that includes the curiosity. So let's look at our 3 key points for today. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, spiritual alignment and self-renewal. And number 3, spiritual discernment. So self-awareness. This month, we've been invited to renew our curiosity and become self-aware of our own humanity and our connection to life itself by embracing the joyful and inquisitive nature of young children. Curiosity makes us more self-aware. Curiosity includes the questions of our beliefs, our values, and our perceptions about life. You can ask yourself questions such as, is this true? Is this belief true? When we are curious, we are more willing to experience or to experiment to see what works for us and what doesn't. It's a way of learning. We want to find ways to improve our skills and be a better version of ourselves. Through this self-awareness, we recognize our inherent God qualities and nurture them as we cultivate practices of conscious choice and self-renewal. In the Spiritual Liberation, Fulfilling Your Soul's Potential, Michael Bernard Beckwith wrote this: spiritual awakening is a journey of the heart. Every person's heart is a flame to know its true nature, to commune with its source. In Ernest Holmes, in How to Change Your Life, said, spiritual growth is the essence and beautiful action of life itself. This is eminently important and is the ultimate reward, which reflects in your abilities and activities of daily living. Which brings us to our second key point: spiritual alignment and self-renewal. Recognizing who we are, we align spiritual principle with action. Through a practice of affirmative prayer, sacred study, and the inward journey, we create a dynamic equilibrium of divine right action and self-renewal. A spiritual practice to increase self-awareness is to rise up, RISE, which stands for restore, integrate, self-care, and expand. Restore and nourish your soul by embracing stillness each day. Gift yourself time to unplug, to be still and listen. Meditate. Integrate principle in your daily life through spiritual practice beyond theory. And practice self-care through intentional living and conscious choice. Expand and evolve your consciousness through sacred conversations that evoke curiosity. Parker Palmer said this: self-care is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift I have, the gift I was put on earth to offer others. And yes, we each have a gift. So it's important to take the time to restore our resources, to better be of full assistance to others. We've heard the instructions on an airplane many times before. We must first apply our own oxygen mask before assisting others with theirs. And we certainly can't fill an empty cup if our pitcher is empty. Which leads us to our third point, spiritual discernment. As we rise and re-emerge, we spiritually discern what is ours to do on our continued journey. As we practice self-love and answer the call to serve. How are we called to serve? Everywhere we turn seems to be conflict, divisiveness, fear, anger. How can we help each other to find peace and strength? By being compassionate and caring for each other, sending love to all, and a smile goes a long way too. So let's find the courage to truly make this a world that works for everyone. Brené Brown reminds us of this. Courage is contagious. Rising strong changes not just you, but also the people around you. So right now, while so many things are going on in this world, I ask that you consider doing whatever it is that you can to help out your friends, your family, your neighbors, a stranger, whoever is in need. Do whatever it is that you can do to help. And as we embark on our continued journey, timeless wisdom and evolutionary vision invites us to pause for guidance, self-renewal before beginning the next leg of our journey. During this pause, we get to take time for a tune-up, to enjoy a playful pause, speak our imagination, spark our imagination, and navigate our way using GPS, our God positioning system. And most of all, we get to nurture our relationship with ourselves through self-renewal as we rise and reemerge. We are stronger than we think we are. And we have everything we already need. Your call this week is to gift yourself time to be aware, aligned, and renewed, and to reach out to others with loving compassion. I'll leave you with this final quote from Wayne Dyer. He said this: "In every moment of your life, you have the option to choose peace for yourself." And today, our affirmation of the week is this: today, I reemerge, fully nourished, restored, and renewed. So now is our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta, so that we can continue to offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We rely totally and completely on donations. So we bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, whether it's $5 or $50, or even just the cost of a cup of coffee. And donations can be made using PayPal through our website. Our website is www.cslpv.org. Alternatively, if you would like to send in a paper check, you can mail it to CSLPV, number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y8N1. So now, if you would like to join me in saying our Offertory Affirmations together, and I'll put those up on the screen once again so we can say them together. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. If you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever is going on in your life right now, then please connect with me. If you would like to be a member of our center here for this current year, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please connect with me as well so that you can be sent the current forms. And most of all, let's continue our practice of peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. And peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. So may peace and love be with you. Thank you for coming, sharing this time together with me. Peace and blessings to all. Namaste.